And we begin with this. Please take a look at these photos here. This morning, police are searching for a man they say may be involved in at least 4 sexual battery cases. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nadia Rampur. 2 incidents happened in Pacific Beach, the other 2 around Balboa Park. Such busy areas here in town. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live outside San Diego Police Department headquarters with details on who police are looking for. Good morning, Dana Marie.
Good morning, Eric and Edel. I can tell you police are actually asking you to help in this investigation to put this horrible man behind bars. Now, here is what they're looking for in terms of the description. So let's take a look at those photos. They say that in each one of these cases, both that happened in Pacific Beach and in the Balboa Park area, the suspect was riding an Apollo scooter, a black Apollo scooter. The suspect is described as a white or Hispanic man in his 20s, a thin build, 5'7" to 5'10" in height, with a median complexion, dark brown, shoulder length hair. Now they're asking if anyone was a victim of this suspect, please come forward. Again, they're investigating series of 4 different sexual battery cases, and they're really needing to get this man behind bars this morning. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 888-580-8477, and we do have more information on CBS8.com. Just click that story link. I'm Dana Marie McNichol reporting live at San Diego Police headquarters.
Dana Marie, thank you. And we also want you to take a good look at this here. This morning, San Diego police trying to identify these people who broke into homes in Rancho Penasquitos and Miramar Ranch. These burglaries happened between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. with valuables in primary bedrooms being targeted here. In one of the most recent cases, a family's dog was even pepper sprayed. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information on this.
Now, in about 2 hours, the man accused in a cold case triple murder will appear in court. 44-year-old Sergio Contreras, accused of killing 3 people, including a toddler. This was in September of the year 2000 at an apartment in Normal Heights. Police say it happened during a drug deal, and the toddler was in another apartment hit by a stray bullet. Detectives say Contreras ran to Mexico and was just arrested. This morning, the Kensington community calling for action after a 6-year-old boy was killed in this car crash. The SUV the boy was traveling in was T-boned at the intersection of Biona Drive and Adams Avenue. The collision caused this SUV to flip onto its side, and then it landed on a fire hydrant. Police say drugs and alcohol were not factors in this. Neighbors we spoke to say the volume of traffic in that small community has many of them concerned.
I don't know anything about the details of the accident, but I would not be surprised if it was the result of an obstructed view. It's nearly impossible to see what's coming eastbound.
Well, speed is another concern there in Kensington. In fact, they're now selling bumper stickers that read "Drive 25 to stay alive" to remind drivers to follow the speed limit that's there. Proceeds will go to the family of that 16-year-old or 6-year-old boy. They'll also be sold at a memorial, and that's happening tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Boy, check this out. This morning, part of a major road in Tijuana is closed due to this massive sinkhole. Cars just driving right by it there. This road connects to the beach area, Playa de Tijuana. It's all due to the recent rain we've been getting. According to TijuanaPress.com, repairs could take up to 4 months out here. Officials say they're monitoring the situation and may decide to shut down the north side of the road. Also new this morning, Caltrans planning some emergency closures on Interstate 8 in El Cajon. The La Mesa Boulevard and Severin Drive on-ramps will be closed this Sunday starting at 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. daily. 2 right lanes from Grossmont Boulevard to Marshall Avenue will be closed from 8 p.m. to 11 a.m. And the 2 right lanes of northbound State Route 125 to East I-8 will be closed from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. These closures are for asphalt repair. They are expected to end next Friday.
And now this morning, we're hearing from San Diegans and SDG&E about their proposed rate hike. People packed a pair of meetings. These were held by the California Public Utilities Commission yesterday. Several people told us they already cannot afford their high bills, and another rate hike will only make things worse.
This is outrageous. This must stop.
Last month, our bill was over $1,000, and prior to that, it was almost $900. Where does it end?
$1,000. Wow. SDG&E says they have to raise rates to cover the cost of switching to renewable energy. It's part of an effort by SDG&E and other groups across California and the nation to reach net zero emissions by the year 2045.
We want to make an infrastructure improvement to meet and exceed that in order to do the most environmentally responsible thing for our community.
SDG&E earned $915 million in the year 2022, last year. That is up $96 million from the year before. That was their earnings. The company says the decision on the proposed rate hikes will not come until later this year. If it gets approved, electric customers would see their bills go up by 5.3% in 2024. Gas customers would see a 17.5% increase. And now, today is the day the San Diego State Aztecs taking on the #1 team in the country, Alabama Schmalabama.
Yeah,
They're in
those
the
guys.
Sweet 16, yeah, for the first time now since 2014.
Yeah, the Aztecs have never beat the #1, but they hope to end that streak here today. Our John Howard in Louisville for the game here and talk to some of the players.
You're the underdog. Do you like that role? What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it?
I feel like we love it. I feel like that's kind of our culture and our ID. We feel like we're actually the underdogs a lot. I feel like we're always doubted when we play these games. So it's just something that we have on our chip on our shoulders, and that's just how we play hard. That's where we get it from.
Your thoughts about being the underdog?
I mean, I think we're kind of used to it now since from like Hawaii. When we played in Hawaii, I feel like we're the underdog in every game we played in. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter to us that if we're the underdog or not. We're just going to go out there and compete and play hard to win.
We're going to hang our hat on being the underdog. We're not expecting to win. And, you know, the pressure's not on us. It's on Alabama to beat us. So we're going to play free, play our style of game, and, you know, we're looking forward to winning.
Boy, I'd like to hear that. Playing with a little chip on their shoulder. That's great. Tip-off at 3:30 p.m. if you want to join a few thousand fans in person to cheer on the Aztecs. Viejas Arena is hosting a free watch party. The doors open up an hour before the game at 2:30. By the way, you can catch 2 March Madness games on CBS 8 starting at 4 p.m. today. Miami versus Houston, followed by Texas taking on Xavier.
Yep, there's a San Diego, Texas alumni watch party at home and away for that game. But of course, so many people will be gathering at local bars and breweries to watch the Aztecs today. 3:30. I would say if you have an area with outdoor seating, probably a good spot to go.
You might opt for it, now that we are finally dry. Also, shout out to the Zags. Last night's game was amazing. Oh, they did so well at the end, though. I have them in my bracket going all the way.
I got one more sports quiz for you.
Ooh, all right.
Alabama what? The Alabama...
Absolutely not.
I know this all too well.
We actually just had the graphic up.
I'm making weather graphics.
Oh, man.
What are they?
Okay, it's like red.
It's red.
Is it an animal?
It actually has
not.
to do with waves, ocean. It's part of the name.
And the color of them.
Crimson. What? Crimson what?
The crimson.
Carla, help me out here.
Nobody's over it. The Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't care about that.
That's not even really it.
All we care about is the Aztecs, as long as you know that.
Yeah, I do know the Aztecs. Okay. I'm going to brush up on all of my, what do you even call it?
Sports knowledge?
No, like the characters.
Mascots.
Mascots, that's what they're called.
Crimson Tide really a mascot?
That's not really a mascot. I don't think it counts, right? Okay. As you mentioned, back to the point that you had at hand, which was you can watch the game outside today, and that is because we've got some sunshine on hand. We finally are entering our solid stretch of dry weather. About 5 days straight is what we'll see. 62 degrees inland this afternoon under those partly cloudy skies. Already watching those clouds slowly break apart, and we are off to a beautiful start to the morning. You saw that view from Mount Soledad. Wider picture shows we are dry across the entire coastline from San Francisco all the way down south. Looks like we are still watching the remnants of the storm pass through about Flagstaff through Phoenix, but the state of California is generally very dry, and San Diego County absolutely dry now as we head through your Friday morning. Next couple days, we'll start to see a shift from onshore flow. That's going to be those winds pushing moist, cool air toward the coastline. Those winds will shift offshore, and we'll see the warm, dry air from the east move in. That's going to allow for a moderate boost in temperatures. We'll get to close to average by Monday, and then we'll see those temperatures cool down again after Monday. That's going to be because we have another round of wet weather possible by about Wednesday. So temperatures cool down ahead of it and during that possibility of the storm. Temperatures right now walking out the door, mostly upper 50s, mostly upper 40s, I should say, couple low 50s. To note, let's take a look at traffic here. So far, things are light on the roads. No major crashes or collisions. Actually, we did just see a crash pop up. So let me head over to the computer. This was in the last minute or so that we just saw this on the screen. But in general, a pretty mild start to your Friday. The only thing that we're going to give a mention to here is the right-hand shoulder blocked with a crash on the 15 southbound, and it is at University Avenue. Back to you.